Boom, boom. This is Ken Everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Soul Land related up today, and did I not hit the nail right on the head? I said that we would be going to have a master event, probably would drop sometime this week. What do? They throw a master board event the very next day. So are they listening to my videos? Nah, I don't have enough subscribers to be listening to my videos. But it is nice that we did make a right call there. So they've got a Master Forge event up, and it is a good one. We're going to go ahead and jump into it in a second. Let's go ahead and cover the other stuff first. All right, we've got a Soul Tool Flying Wings up, so we do have another triple S hidden weapon event. It's a good. I mean, anytime you have a hidden weapon event, it's good because they've got a options to get the item as well as some of the older items if you want it. But most importantly, they have got the sale, which will allow you to get some shards for some of the other SSs. Okay, it's thanks to this event that I was able to max out my first triple S weapon. I was able to max out the Ta'a. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Ta'a or make Ta'a. I'm not sure. It's maxed out any way you look at it. So we've got it maxed out of refinement. We've got it maxed out inside of its upgrades. It's an exceedingly excellent weapon. It gives you a lot of attack and a corrosion. So of course I'm going to put it on the Beast Damage Master, which is you. So that's a good vent. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. Definitely something to go for. This new the hidden weapons in Triple S are very good. I mean, they've outdone, especially with this one that I just managed to summon today, which is this Amulet of Sacrifice. This is going to be excellent to put on a defensor. But I'm going to have to read the stats, see exactly what it does, and then make a decision which Soul Master would best be the recipient to apply it to. So we'll have to wait on that a little bit. Blue Server, Lucky Secret Treasure. This is always up whenever you have the event. Just make sure you do on that. Make sure to go into the tokens and go into the task and make sure to claim these after you do the Soul Beast invasions. I had 5 stored, so I went ahead and spent them on this, and I managed to get a little bit of everything. So it was pretty nice. Okay, Secret Chat. Everything else is pretty much normal except for that time limited events. The active wheel is up, of course, as always, and Super Monday is up, as of course always. These are all events that run every week, so keep on that. So let's get into the main event, which is the Master Forge event. Now, the Master Forge event, this is what I like to call an all-inclusive Master Forge event. Now, if you remember, the last Master Forge event was an Immortal Herb Forge event, and they had a bunch of shards for Immortal Herbs. And that's primarily what was in it. There was other stuff in it, of course, as well, but they really went heavy on the Triple S set of Immortal Herbs, which allowed me to complete the set. I have a full set on Hue. This is what I like, an all-inclusive event, okay? And the feature is because they've got a lot of really good stuff in here. Okay, so first up, they got the shards. Unfortunately, Hue is not in here. She's not in any of these options, okay? It's the chest before her. So I'm not going to go with any of this, okay? Hugh's the most powerful character in the game right now. I don't see the need to really focus on building up the divine skills for any of the triple S's except for Hugh, because in a week and a half you're here, they're going to be dropping Tang Xian SP, which is the next character level. So I really don't see the need for the shorts at this particular time. This is nice. Unfortunately, it's only for the first 3. If you're a pay-to-play player and you're paying a lot of money, you might already have all 3 of these maxed out. So it might not be that useful to you, but if you don't, it's an option. And then we've got Divine Tools. Divine Tools, always nice. Don't have events for them very often, so this is a chance to get some shards for it. Spirits, older ones, but if you're new to the game, might be something you want to consider. But here's where we get into the good stuff. We've got the Dusk Gold Left Terraclaw shards. All right, now listen. I don't understand these. I'm going to be quite blunt with you. Okay, if what I think is happening is what is happening, then these things are like OP. I mean, like super OP. Okay, they just. I'll show you why here in a few minutes. But this is just ridiculous if what I think is happening with these. It only takes 25 to make them. Okay. Um, Now, the problem with them is the fact that they list this right here. Now, here's where it gets a little bit iffy. Okay. A while back, they had an event where they dropped 30 of these. Okay. I used those 30 to make one. So I think I still got 5 left. I still have 5 left, but I went ahead and made one of them. Okay. Just to see, because in right here it is. So it's the triple S variant. Okay. Unlike the soul bones can be taken all the way to triple S just by using the Phoenix Divine Blood to upgrade it to a now the extended bones can't. These extended bones cannot be taken to triple S. Okay. So and they can't because they've got a triple S variant of that item. It's the same with Immortal Herbs. Okay, Immortal Herb SS, Immortal Herbs cannot be taken to triple S because there is a triple S variant Immortal Herbs. Okay, so that's that, and I'll explain those a little bit later. So this right here is the Terraclaw set. Now I don't understand this. Okay, so as near as I can tell, this is when you make it, it becomes a paw. The shards, okay, it becomes a Terraclaw left paw. I chose the left paw. All right, it seems normally what you would see like in the SS Plus Extended Bones, you pair it with another of its items like this, and one of these and this is what you would think, and that would give you a different bonus. But from the looks of it, this gives you all 3. When you make when you put a right and a left together, you get a defense set. When you put a right and a left together, you get an attack set, and when you put a right and a left together, you get a support terror set. Would seem to indicate that you get all 3 of these buffs just from this set. I find that exceedingly difficult to believe. It's not the way on the SS Pluses. To get different combinations, you have to apply different sets. Okay? If you apply a Sea God on one and a red on the other, you can get an attack. If you apply, for instance, a green on the front, a Terraclaw on the back, you can get a healing increase set. Okay, now the Sea God set combined, yes, it gives you a bunch of damage, crit, and base attack. It's just a massive set, but it only gives you a bunch of attack, definitely all of your attack, including crit damage and crit rate. So it's exceedingly awesome. But this, like here, this seems to indicate that it gives you all of this just from this set. And the reason I think this is what it actually is simply because of the fact that there is no other, on the others you got multiple sets to choose from. You've got a red set, a green set, okay, and a blue set, but on this you just have this. So pairing this together, I guess, gives you everything, would be my assumption. Okay, see how different combinations give you, see, when you combine 2 reds, you get an HP, it looks like behind that you get different, you get different things when you combine different ones with different ones. Okay, but on this, it just seems like, see, on this one you combine the Sea God and that, you get a so by combining different ones with different ones, you get different combinations of the set. I don't see that from the actual, I don't see that. It shows you all the different sets in which you need to compare with it. It seems to indicate that everything flows through this. They're all the same. There's no choice where they show it pairing with a red SS. It's just always the left and right Terraclaw. So my assumption is it gives you all of this. Okay, reach 1 star to activate it. I guess it gives you all 3. It's a defense, attack, and a support set, which is exceedingly nice. I mean, that makes it a lot easier, but it's definitely an OP set. So it's definitely something you might want to consider. If I'm reading, if in the comment section, if I'm reading it wrong, but that's what it looks like, let me know. But it seems that that gives you everything when you make a set of those. So that would definitely be something you might want to consider. I know it's got me looking, but unfortunately, it's not over. Because after these little Terror Claws, you've got, that's right, you've got a triple S Immortal Herbs. If you're, I was, because the previous Master Forge event, which I call an Herb Forge event, I managed to get enough to complete an entire triple S set of herbs. Now, let me talk real quick about the herbs, just because I had a few people ask me some questions about herbs. So I'll go ahead and fold that into this video. We're going to be a long video, so just realize that. Now, this right here is the triple S set. Mountain Snow Lotus, Thunderclap, Nethervine, and 900 Begonia. Now, you cannot take SS plus herbs to triple S. And it's the same from the Extended Bone. There is a triple S variant. If a triple S variant exists for an item, you will not be able to take that SS plus item to triple S. No triple S variant exists for the Soul Bones, these Soul Bones, so you can take them to triple S from, this is a standard S set. This is the standard S attack set that you get in the game. And that chest, it's the best set. You want to make 4 pieces of red, which is the attack set. You can only get it in chests, but they give you a bunch of chances to get chests. So you could actually get it in a store now inside of the sect, inside the tyrant, inside. You can get it in as one of the rewards in chests, and it's in other places too. Okay, so you take it to S, you upgrade it to SS plus or to SS, and then you upgrade it with some spirits of S, and then finally, last but not least, using Phoenix Divine Blood, you can take it into triple S. So since no triple S variant exists for the Soul Bones, you can take the base ones up. But the Extended Bones have the Dust Gold, which I just showed you, and that's why these cannot be taken to triple S. Okay? Same with the herbs. Okay? There is a SS plus version of the herbs. Okay? Now, S herbs can be taken to SS plus. These are SS plus. Now, these cannot be taken to triple S either, okay, but S's can be taken to SS plus. Now, which is surprising because there is an SS version of Immortal Herbs, which is why I was really surprised that I was able to take those S herbs to SS plus. Okay, I was able to. Infernal Apricot, Red Yarding. I think these are standard S herbs. Okay, this right here is an SS base set. Okay, the Snow Worm, Crystal Blood Dragons, and getting a Red Sand Lotus. This is a base SS plus set. It is, of course, better than this SS plus set simply because of the fact that this is a base S set, so its base stats are based on an S rank piece of equipment. This base stats are based on an SS plus, so it's going to be slightly better when they're both maxed out. Okay, so keep that in mind. But there's no way to take these to triple S because there is a triple S variant for them. Keep that in mind when you're doing anything. Also, keep another thing to keep in mind real quick is you cannot get the passive unless you have all 3. Okay? You can't combine an SSS with an SS plus. This passive in the center only becomes active when you've got all 3 of them, which is the items right here, the Mountain Snow, the Thunderclap, Northern Begonia. You have to have all 3 of those to apply them to the character to get this passive. Okay, so if you can only make one of them, you can apply it, but these 2 are going to be blanked out. When you click on them, there's nothing you can equip to it because it needs to see these other 2. Okay, so you can't get this really nice passive unless you get all 3 pieces, and it's same for the SS plus sets. Okay, these there's a little bit of play with the S's. You can do a little bit of combination, but not with this. The Snow Worm, if the Snow Worm's equipped, you have to have the Ginseng of the Red Sand to get the passive. Okay, so keep that in mind that you need to have the full set to get the passive. But they do offer some really good stuff inside of here after the Dust Gold Terra set and those Triple S items. That's right. Here's the kicker. Phoenix Divine Blood. This is a lot of Phoenix Divine Blood. 240, 120 times 2. 360, 4 times 90. And 10 times 6, which is 600. So 600, 360, 240. That's a lot of blood. That's over 1,000. Okay? That's a lot. There has never been, from a free-to-play perspective, a chance to get this large amount of Phoenix Divine Blood. So this is my bang right here. This will probably be what I end up going with. As you can see, I got really lucky on the first day. I got 19 ice core. I don't spend money, so I don't get the 100% efficiency on my forge. I'm at a 50% forge rate. But still, I did get really lucky and hit 19. I don't actually purchase anything until the last day of the event after I've done my sweeps, because I want to find, it gives me an idea of what I need to go for it in what order. Okay, because if I get a little bit more than enough to get all of what I need to decide what I get second. First, I need to decide how much I have. So I always wait until the last day of the event to make my choice as to what I'm going to get. Right now, I'm leaning towards all of this Divine Blood because this will allow me to nearly complete all of my sets on my main characters to Triple S, Solbo. So that's what I'm looking to do. Okay, but it's not finished. We've got Devil Spider Core. Okay, again, not an item that you can get, but not very much of it. I get right here. They're offering a bunch of it. And then we've got Herb Essence. There's a lot of it here, but you can get this fairly easy. You can get this inside of the Sect event. There's a chest that throws it. Plus, every time you pull on the chest inside of the Immortal Herb, you get a chance to get the S, but you also can get some of this. And this is generally procs pretty well. Just about every time I pull on there, you usually get some of it. Well, didn't that time. Yep, they got 2 right here, 3 right here, 5. Okay, and I've gotten upwards of 8 before, I believe. So, yeah, so you can get generally by drawing on these chests, and the chests for this are not hard to get if you're participating at events and stuff. Granted, it's not a bad option, but with the other options in this, it just doesn't shine quite as much as you would want it to, because there's Phoenix Divine Blood in here. There's Devil Spider Core, okay, and a Dust Dog Terra set, which seems to offer all 3 of the attack sets just by equipping that one set. So, there's just it pales in comparison to those, but it's still nice of them to throw it in there. Spirit Source, again, you can now get this in the Soulbone shop, so you can get some of this on a daily basis now. So it's really not something. It's a nice option, but what I think they got to do, I think these things are in here by the people who do purchase the Master Forge certificate, which gives them 100% forging. So they have a lot of ice cores, so they're able to get all the other stuff and then still have some left over maybe. So they threw this in there for them. And then we've got the SS Plus herbs, something to consider as well. Okay. Something to understand about the SS herbs is you can get SS Plus herbs inside of that chest that I just showed you. For the Immortal Herbs, you can get those shards in here. Okay. So you might not need, like in my case, I have a bunch of them. As you can see, I have 35, 44, and 40. So you might not need, you might only need like maybe one of those chests to supplement whichever one you need to get to 130. So it's nice that they have it in there, so that if you're just like maybe 10 or 15 away from completing and getting a whole set, they have a chest in there for you, so you can use it on these. Okay. because you do get those in the chest, you're going to have varying numbers for each of them. I'm a little bit short. I do have a chest left over for the SS Plus is 135, but it takes 130 for each of these. So I've got a little bit over 100 here in that chest. That's 200. So I'm still short, but once I have enough to complement a full set, I will go ahead and make it. Okay, simply because of the fact that I can start putting them on my second team characters. Most of my second team characters right now, I think 1 or 2 have an SS plus set, but the others are at SSs. So I can get rid of those SSs and start applying SS pluses to give an overall increase in the VP. I'm at 32 billion now. I cracked into 140. I have completed the Dulu Soul Force. It's complete. There's nothing left. I assume they'll be coming out with new stuff here in the future. But for right now, that's at the end. Everything is lit. They're all maxed out. Okay. I've filled up the Soul Force. I've got another one actually. Yeah, I'm just racking through this right now. Okay. Inside of God's Sacred. Okay, and as you can see, I pretty much got. It's just now a BP race at this particular point. So that's where we're at. So yeah, this is a really good Master Forge event. Definitely all inclusive. They got a little bit of everything in there for everybody. Second thing, understand that these do not go away. At the end of this event, you will not see an expired. You will not see the big red expired across the bag, simply because of the fact that this stuff does not go away. Okay, these items will be in there after the event ends, even the ice core, so you don't lose it. Okay, this stuff stays. Okay, so if there's nothing in there that you want, which of course there's something in there for everybody, but if you ever come across the previous one before this was a really good Immortal Herb event. Like I say, that's how I completed my Triple S set. But the one before that had been an event where they had shards. They primarily focused on shards. Well, none of the shards for the characters were ending with the ones that I wanted at that particular time. So I did not use the ice core. I did not purchase anything, and I had a large chunk of ice core left over. It was very fortuitous because that next event that they forged was that Immortal Herb event where they had a huge amount, enough to make a complete set of Triple S herbs, which I was able to complete that and get all of those herbs. I have some videos on that if you want to take it back and look at those. And I was able to get an entire Triple S set of herbs, which is on Hue at this particular time. So you don't lose these. So if you ever come across the Forge event and there's nothing in there that you want, just hold on to it. Maybe you'll get something in the next Forge event. Of course, definitely going to be purchasing stuff in this Master Forge event. So, like I say, up for 3 days, so no rush. All right, take your time. There's other stuff in here. Okay, if you want to get if you're really looking into your tickets for your Soul Force, this is the stuff right here. Other stuff right here. Okay, this is exceedingly nice as well too. Okay, I'm one away from being able to get 400. Okay, don't ignore this as well. 400 shards will allow you to do quite a large amount of damage onto your BP. You're gonna get this is a lot of BP right here. Okay, so keep that in mind if you do decide to go with these. This is 400 shards, but unfortunately, it's not the max shard for Hue. These are not bad characters, okay, but the newer characters, you know, might overshine them a little bit. And there's 200, of course, but it's only for I9. So definitely don't just see 400 shards and click on it, because it might not be something you can use. These are not max chests, and it's the same with this. These are not max chests, okay. So keep that in mind. But there's some really good stuff in here as well. Okay, this is actually a chance to complete an entire set. Gives you the ones to make this set if you haven't already. I've already made the sets. I've got all of the actual I've got actually all of the sets. I have everything, and I've almost all of the blues and all of these. I think except for the vigorous are maxed out, and I'm starting to, I've put a dent into the legendaries as well, and I've even started to put some on the mystic, the red. So with all the other stuff and with the Divine Phoenix Blood Knight event, this again, that's a really nice offer that they've got inside the Forge, but it just pales when you get that much Phoenix Divine Blood. I mean, that Phoenix Divine Blood is what makes the difference in terms of your soul bones. Okay, let me give you one that we've got right here in Ming. Okay, this is SS Plus. To take this to triple S, I need to upgrade it, and I need 20 more Divine Blood to do that. And then Enming will have a full set of SSS, along as Q already does, and I can start working on putting the others. And again, as I've said 100 times before, these are not, you can pull this off of the character, so don't worry about where you're maxing it out. Just max it out, because you can move it to another character down the future. So if Enming forever leaves my team as I replace him with an SP tank, I can take this off and put it on that SP tank. Okay, I can put it on anybody else, doesn't matter, there's no restrictions. Same with the extended bones, they come off as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, maxing out the ones when you get them is something you should do immediately. There's no use holding on to them, waiting. You're like, who do I want to put it on? I don't want to put it on somebody. I'll waste it on a character that I'm not going to. No. This game's not like that. You can get a lot of the stuff back, as well as shards, just by canceling the character. So, as I've said before and shown it before, just explore this. Okay, regen dissolving and dissolving shards. Explore it, learn it, use it. I do use it often to get shards from older stuff and put it forward in the new stuff. Or when I want to change, it's just good. You can get some of the stuff back, so you don't have to waste it. You can always be upgrading your account. So the Master Forge event is up. All right, so definitely get in there, play with it. Again, if it looks like that Dusk Gold Terror set is all 3-in-1. Defense, attack, support set all by itself. There's nothing that seems to be comparative to it at this particular point, so I'm not exactly sure what it's looking for. It looks like I have trouble with my wireless at this particular point. Well, everything's done at this particular point, so that's all I got for the video. All right, guys, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop the video. It's Kenrir coming at you from the corner, signing out.